You are not an artist if you are not authentically self-expressing yourself. And I realize that is a real, true call to arms as well. That is a real punch in the gut if there's any part of you that feels as though you've been called to be an artist in this world. You're just regurgitating. You're just reiterating what other people say if you are not allowing yourself to be authentic and fully self-expressed. You have to risk people not approving of you in order to get true connection to whatever it is you're expressing. In order to get true connection to whatever it is you were brought here to express in the world. Who you are, your work of art, your business, your marketing copy, your true affection and love that you share with other people, your kindness, your heart. All of those things come through that true self-expression. All of those things come through connection, frankly. And not just connection with other people, but also connection with ourselves. So earlier in the workshop, I talked about how when we don't allow other people to see us in our most vulnerable states, in the states where we fear abandonment and rejection, we are essentially assuming that we're going to be we're assuming that other people will abandon and reject us. And so when we allow them to see us in those states, we actually feel a sense of comfort and a sense of self-worth. But what's even further and even deeper than that is when we allow ourselves to hold ourselves in that state. Because yes, there's this externally facing persona, and then there's this internally held, closely held persona, which we have privately. But to tell you the truth, there's also sort of a third one, the one that we're even afraid to acknowledge to ourselves. The third layer that we have hidden from ourselves because we fear our greatness. It's like that Marianne Williamson quote. The thing we are most truly, deeply afraid of in this life is our own greatness, our own extraordinariness, our own depth and truth of being. Because if we only had the courage to show up as that, as our truth, as our authentic self, the whole world would change. Because here's the thing, when we show up as our authentic selves, when we show up in that place of true connection, true worthiness, true love, we no longer have to compete. We no longer have to prove ourselves. We no longer have to show other people we're worthy. We just are. And guess what happens then? People start cooperating. People start congratulating. People start celebrating one another. And the world gets a hell of a lot happier. Right? Pretty fabulous, if you ask me. So back to this year, if you're not authentically self-expressing yourself as an artist, you're not an artist, basically. If it's not polarizing in some way what you're self-expressing, and this is particularly in reference to being an artist, then chances are you're actually saying something that you think everybody will like. You're actually dimming yourself and quieting yourself down to an extent where you believe that you will get approval, get recognition, get likes, you'll make a sale, you'll do whatever, because that is what you're prioritizing over this radical self-acceptance. It's another piece of authenticity, and this radical authenticity, which is actually where the magic lies and where you begin to attract what you really want. So then you're actually imprisoned by the idea that everyone must like or accept you, or somehow you failed. Somehow you're not worthy. Somehow you're not good enough. That you are unacceptable unless everyone approves of you and loves you. But that's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. It's like, the mint chocolate chip example that I like. Excuse me. I hate mint chocolate chip ice cream. I don't understand mint in desserts. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like eating toothpaste. Mint is fine for toothpaste. Mint is fine for a mint, to freshen your breath. I don't want to eat that for dessert. It's gross to me. But other people love mint chocolate chip, right? And it's the same with almost anything that people absolutely love. You're not going to find everybody loves it. Even, I had a friend who hated cheese. I'm from Wisconsin, and he hated cheese. He was from Wisconsin, too. Sorry, that was the other piece. And he hated cheese. And I'm like, how do you hate cheese? He wasn't lactose intolerant either. He just didn't like cheese. Didn't like it. And I'm like, it's so good. What are you talking about? You hate cheese. He hated cheese. Everybody dislikes, something. When I was a kid, I didn't like chocolate. I like chocolate a lot now. But when I was a kid, I didn't like it. I didn't like just a piece of chocolate. I didn't understand it. It didn't taste good to me. But just because we find something gross and unappealing and not yummy and not delightful doesn't mean other people will. Or other people, won't find that delightful and yummy and amazing. Same thing with you. You're not meant for everyone. And if you are actually tailor-making yourself to be meant for everyone, that means you're actually being inauthentic, dishonest, out of integrity, and fake. Yep, yippers, yipper doodle doo. What am I saying? Here, it doesn't mean anything is wrong with mint chocolate chip. And often conflict, as I said earlier,